We're heading to day 9, and the search is still on. We are of course talking about the very unfortunate incident on the Likoni channel, on the Likoni Ferry, about 8 days ago. And it all happened on a Sunday that many Kenyans will not forget in a hurry. Now, the latest is that South African divers have been roped in, and they've now joined the Kenyan Navy in the search. Still, the whole incident remains a mystery. Why did the car reverse? Was it done deliberately? Or what really happened? Of course, we're not absolving the Kenya ferry services, but the mystery lingers. Kenyans want to know what really happened. Now, what we have done is that we have used an eyewitness report to put together a very plausible theory of what may have happened. And it is just crazy, but also very instructive. And the feeling here is that many motorists are going to learn a lot of very useful things. I have to confess, I for one learned a lot that I didn't know. But let me back up a little. The whole discussion started in Club 1999, where we have a diving expert. We have discussions in the club, apart from the sensitive videos. Members discuss, members give feedback. And this good man has been giving us his expert opinion. And he has been spot on from day one. This guy must know his stuff. By the way, the offer is still on. Details on your screen. Take advantage of it. Then you won't miss things like this. Anyway, things were very interesting. But they got even more interesting when he introduced an eyewitness report. And he straight away accused me that many people missed it, including Kumekucha. And of course he was 100% correct. I missed it. I won't blame the guys who assist me in research. I take full responsibility. I missed it. I've confessed. And this was a very crucial eyewitness report. Now, bear with me for a minute. I want to tell you where the story came from. Of course, I followed up, cross-checked the facts, cross-checked the information before making this video. But I want to tell you where the whole story started. And at this juncture, other members of the club took over, and gave their input. And the result was, many minds are better than one. The result was that right there in the club, we were able to piece together a very plausible, extremely plausible theory of what may have happened. And I want to share it with you on the show tonight. Now, this critical eyewitness report, which I'm sure many of you, or at least some of you, must have caught, was where one witness said that he saw the lady on a vehicle, but the child was playing on the lady's laps, or seated on the lady's laps. Now, the lady, of course, was Mariam Kighenda. Now, let us be brutally honest here. Most parents will identify with this kind of situation. I will not go further than that, because there are not many parents. I'm not one of those parents. But there are not many parents who will want to confess that they allow their children to steer the vehicle on the highway, on open roads. Because I've seen it with my own 2 eyes, if I can talk like an African. I'm saying this well in advance, because I don't want any hypocritical, horrified reactions. Of course it's not right. Of course it's very dangerous. But it is done. And indeed, if a vehicle is stationary, it seems fairly safe. Especially if the vehicle is safely parked somewhere in your compound. Very little can happen. Very little can go wrong. Now, the next bit of this jigsaw puzzle is that multiple eyewitnesses say they saw the vehicle reversing into the ocean. That is what eyewitnesses who are close to that point, that's what they all say. They all saw the same thing. So that's a very important piece of evidence. It's a very important clue. Now on your screens right now, you can see where the gear is positioned, in an ISIS vehicle, very similar to the one that Mariam Kighenda was driving. Apart from our friend in Club 1999, at least one other person has assured me, it is the exact same model. Now you'll notice that it is very easy for a child to accidentally change gears. He hit the gears. Now if they did that, just from the diagram, it would appear that the gear would go immediately into reverse. Our expert in Club 1999 says no. He suspects it went to neutral. And he gives a few compelling reasons why he believes it went into neutral. The one which is most convincing to me is the fact that most vehicles, if you change gears into reverse, it has a kind of jerk reaction, which will enable you to quickly realize that the vehicle is in reverse gear. And so he says, the one where nobody would notice or would be difficult to detect is if it went into neutral. Now allow me a very fascinating aside here. About a year ago, I was helping out a friend in an emergency. His vehicle stalled somewhere on Thika Road. And apparently it's a very dangerous place. People are mugged all the time. Anyway, to cut a very long story short, the mechanic who was working on it said that the vehicle was about to get an engine knock. The engine was kaput, but it was still running, barely. It was decided, to be on the safe side, that the vehicle be towed to a garage nearby. And I was asked to sit inside it, while somebody towed the vehicle. So I just steered it. And what I noticed immediately was that the brakes were not working properly. They were not responding as they would normally. The garage was very close, but it was a nightmare ordeal for me. Because I was imagining hitting the vehicle, towing me, which was in front of me. You're allowed to call me slow. You're allowed to tell me kumekucha. You mean you didn't know? Yeah. You're allowed. But I believe there are quite a number of people like me out there. Especially those of us who started with manual cars. Before these automatic things came. In the old days, if your manual car stalled, you push it and it starts. Now with the automatic ones, you can push it a whole week. It will never start. You have to jumpstart it with somebody else's car batteries. Anyway, this story I've told you leads us to a key clue as to what may have happened. Because the question many people have been asking is, why didn't she hit the brakes? Why didn't she stop the car on time? Now, virtually all modern cars today have what is called a vacuum-assisted brake booster or power brakes. Without going into the technicalities, you need the car engine to be on for this to work. What this means is that if your vehicle is off, like the vehicle which was being towed that I was steering, the brakes won't work normally. In fact, they'll appear not to be working. They'll need much more force to be able to stop the vehicle. And that is why it is not a good idea to tow a modern vehicle the way we used to tow those manual things some decades ago. It won't work. In fact, you'll damage your vehicle. Imagine I didn't know that. Anyway, let's piece together a very plausible and a very possible scenario of what happened that fateful Sunday. The kid is playing on the lap, and therefore the gear lever is accidentally shifted. Now it doesn't matter whether it was shifted to reverse or neutral, because the brakes will still not work normally. Why? Because the car engine is off. Now the situation is made a lot more worse by the fact that when you're inside a ferry, and I believe I've said this in a video before, you will not so quickly realize that your car is moving. Even with cars parked on either side of you, which happens on the ferry, the cars are parked quite closely to each other. Even in that kind of situation, it'll take you longer than usual to realize that your car is moving. And that's because the ferry is moving. So she finally realized the vehicle is moving backwards. She hits the brakes, nothing. They don't seem to be working. Like me and many Kenyan drivers out there, she did not realize how a vehicle behaves, especially the brakes, when the engine is off. Now I must emphasize that this is a theory. It's a possibility. It needs further investigation. However, it makes a lot of sense. It sounds highly plausible. And that's why I decided to share it with you today. Now there's a key lesson, to take away with you here today. If you're traveling, especially at high speed, and for some reason your engine goes off, you need to be very cautious. Now, the vacuum-assisted brake boosters in your vehicle are designed such that in case your vehicle goes off, in case the engine goes off, you still have some spare power, to boost the braking system, once or twice, and then that's it. So don't pump your brakes. Try your best to brake only once, and assume that's the last time you'll use your brakes properly. It is possible that you could brake a second time, and it still works, but that's it. After that, you'll need a lot more strength, You'll need to really slam on your brakes for them to work. And what's even more significant, the braking distance will be longer. It'll take longer to stop your car than usual. And the other lesson, to take home with you is even more sobering. And I suspect most of us, taking this show tonight, have already realized what it is. Well, it is this. What happened to Mariam Kighenda that fateful Sunday could have happened to anybody. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.